Hello and welcome back to Nerdy Dad Gaming. First things first, how are we days away from 2026?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. Today we are doing things a little differently. This one is for the gamer parents. This Star Wars game is not for the little ones, it's for the gamers who are wanting to embrace the dark side. Star Wars. The Force Unleashed is a high-energy action game where subtlety is optional and the Force is used mainly for throwing people into walls. If you get the Ultimate Sith Edition, you can also do this as C-3PO. You play as Darth Vader's secret apprentice, and the gameplay focuses heavily on fast combat, force powers, and intense boss fights. There's no blood or gore, but there is frequent violence against humanoid enemies, loud sound effects, and dramatic Star Wars chaos.
Whoa!
This is not a game I'd recommend playing around younger children. It's best saved for after bedtime, headphones on, and when you don't need to explain why someone just got force choked across the room. Great for older teens and adults who want to feel powerful in the Star Wars universe. Less great for family game night. Parent discretion strongly advised. With that in mind, let's get into it. Because our normal ratings and scores may not apply here, we will just review what it's like to play this game after the little ones are no longer awake and trying to force push objects throughout the house. Playability around children. Force Unleashed doesn't really coexist with a household, it announces itself. Combat is constant and visually dramatic. Enemies are flung through the air, slammed into walls, or dragged across the screen. There's no gore, but the humanoid nature of enemies makes the violence more explicit than in LEGO Star Wars. This isn't a glance-safe game. If a kid looks up at the screen, they're immediately seeing someone get force-thrown or sliced with a lightsaber. That doesn't make it bad. It just makes it situational. This is a play after bedtime or headphones on kind of game. If you love Star Wars and want to feel incredibly powerful, this game delivers. If you want something calm, safe, and child-friendly, this is not it. If you do introduce this to a younger audience, you run into the explaining later dilemma. One of the biggest parent challenges with this game isn't what kids see, it's what they ask about afterward. Why is that guy choking someone? Why is he angry all the time? Why does Darth Vader train someone to hurt people? The story leans darker than most Star Wars games, and those themes linger longer than a single gameplay moment. Even if kids only catch pieces, they tend to connect the dots later. If I hadn't made it clear earlier, this is not a game for kids. Star Wars. The Force Unleashed is best suited for older teens, 15 years and up, adults who love action-heavy Star Wars, solo play sessions, or after-bedtime gaming. It's not a family game, and it doesn't pretend to be. Compared to LEGO Star Wars, this feels like the opposite end of the spectrum. Darker tone, higher intensity, less humor, and more emotional weight. Educational value. The educational value is fairly low here. There's some story exposure and basic problem solving, but the focus is clearly action, slashing, and using brute force to advance through the game. This is more about power fantasy than it is about learning. Pausability. The good news here? The game pauses instantly. You can stop mid-fight, come back later, and nothing breaks. Very parent-friendly in that one specific way. Difficulty and stress level. The game can be challenging, especially during boss fights. It expects timing, reflexes, and patience. This is not a relaxing experience. It is fun, but it is intense. Would I recommend this to another parent? Yes, but not for younger audiences. If another parent has young kids that like Star Wars and finished their Lego Star Wars games and want something new and fresh, this is not the game I would recommend, if you catch me. The Star Wars franchise is super oversaturated with good games, but a lot of them aren't aimed at all ages. Where the game does help parents? To its credit, The Force Unleashed is easy to pause. You can stop instantly, mid-action, without...
Oh, hi.
That alone makes it more manageable than many modern games. The save and checkpoint system is forgiving enough that stepping away doesn't feel punishing. For parents, that matters. You're not locked into long sequences, and you're not punished for interruptions, which as a parent are guaranteed. My final thoughts. This is a fun, powerful Star Wars game that understands how to make you feel unstoppable, but it demands the right environment. If kids are asleep or not around, it's a great time. If kids are nearby, curious, or watching everything you do, it's best saved for later. Force Unleashed isn't unsafe. It's just not invisible. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I wish you all a happy new year. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and please consider subscribing, as it would help out a great deal. Bye for now.